muster together, my seafaring friends, as we set sail with an Aussie and a Yank.
Part 2. Taking the scenic route. We pick up the conversation with the Aussie and the Yank and Oya from Scenic Cruises.
Love it too.
Jen and I met on a cruise ship.
Really? There you go. You see.
Yeah.
We are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see. So how long was it ago? Like how many years ago?
How long was it, Jen?
2016 is when we met. It was a Thanksgiving, just after Thanksgiving, actually.
Yes, right.
And yeah, we've sort of stayed in contact. And then this year actually we were planning on doing a pod anyway. Podcasting sort of was something that I sort of convinced Nancy to do. And now she's gracious enough to actually join me on Zoom. And we actually have a channel now on YouTube. So yeah, it's sort of turned into something a little bit different, but we're still true to our hearts, where we just want to be able to talk cruising, talk about travel, and not sort of make it, boom, 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 boom. We just want to have fun.
Which is true, and I love it. Again, I'm thrilled to be here, so thank you. And how nice, just you see, the life just brought you together, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
It is.
I have another question for you.
Yes.
Now, this isn't brand specific, obviously, because it's a very general question. What was the most awe-inspiring, breathtaking view you've seen on your travels? Something that every time you talk about it, your face lights up.
Africa.
Africa. Tell us.
Safari. I've been there. Well, in my previous life, I was a flight attendant, and I was so blessed, I think, to explore the world. And travel is just my passion. And I studied tourism, bachelor's degrees, and etc. And again, I have seen almost everywhere in the world: Japan, Singapore, Europe, anywhere. When I first went to Johannesburg, it was okay. And then I, kept on going. And then the last time I was in South Africa, Cape Town, and then I was again blessed to experience some safaris and the game lodges that we stayed. It just makes me very emotional thinking the beauty of the country, the people, animals. It always reminds me what we are. That's it. It's just, and when I was leaving, I never forget, I was just looking and I said, I think I left half of my heart there.
Oh, wow. That's so
yeah.
beautiful.
So that is it just takes my breath away. I mean, everywhere is just beautiful. I don't know which one to choose, but South Africa was my, I think, number one still today.
Yeah. Nancy, what's yours?
What's yours? Yeah.
Oh gosh. I'm so simple. Everything. I am one of those travelers who I get off the plane and almost immediately I spot something that takes my breath away.
See? Yeah.
I'm one of those people. I appreciate everything. I remember going to a conference in Fort Lauderdale at the convention center, and I was with my then host, and they have this beautiful fountain out front of dolphins. It's just a stunning little
statue
with the water, it's a fountain. And I was like, oh my God, this is gorgeous. And he's looking at me like I've got two heads. And I'm thinking, how jaded are you? You can't see the beauty in this. But actually, when it comes to a place that took my heart when I stepped off the ship, and this was on our Holland America cruise where we met.
Wow.
We had gone to Key West. And I
Really?
got off the ship in Key West and I thought, I want to live here. This is where I want to retire to. And sure enough, my husband starts with the phone right away to look to see if we could afford to live there. We can't. But I would like to be next to the butterfly conservatory. All the time. I just want to be there all the time. But truly, everywhere I travel, something always catches my breath.
Well, you're actually right. I mean, it's just the world itself is really, I think, stunning. Everywhere has its own unique beauty, and it's beautiful. How about you, Jan? What's yours?
Me, wow. Most memorable moment for me outside of Australia was my 1999 cruise on Sea Princess, and we left out of Fort Lauderdale. I have never seen a more stunning harbour than Fort Lauderdale. Like, that was, to me, was just so, and it's still memorable today, because when I go back to Fort Lauderdale on a ship, it's like, oh, I love this. You know, I could live in a yacht just docked there the whole time. You know, it's stunning. And it reminds me of the Gold Coast in Australia. I know I have the reference to, because I love Australia too. I'm sorry. I love Australia.
Never been yet.
Oh, sweetheart. One of my favorite flights is when I'm flying directly from LAX to Brisbane. And then you fly, some of the planes actually fly over the Gold Coast, and my heart just goes, oh, I'm home. I can see the beach. I can see the white sand. Oh, and the blue water. Oh, you know, and yeah, here I go again. You know.
Well, perhaps when we talk again, when I see Australia, I'll probably say, oh, I changed my mind. Forget about Africa.
Talking about Australia, don't you guys do the top end of Australia with a cruise in the Kimberleys?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, we're an Australian company. We started, you know, as a tour operator, and we have, you know, journeys everywhere. And
it's amazing, because I know it's not large on comparison, say, with Carnival Corporation, okay, but it's a wonderful company. You guys have people who come back to you year after year after year just because you guys include everything. You were the first, I want to say, all-inclusive, besides some of the all-inclusive resorts in the Australian market anyway, that was available to us. You know, whenever you spoke to anybody, whether they did a tour in Europe or whatever, oh yeah, I went with Scenic. You know, your customers and your clients come back to you all the time.
Correct. Because again, with the Scenic brand, we don't even ask a credit card when you're on board. There's no credit card needed. All inclusive. I just wanted to mention though, everything is included. Your tipping, onshore, offshore, butler service, meals, like several, like different dining options that we have it on board on the rivers, like up to 6 dining options. And if it's our Eclipse, it's like up to 10. So your excursions are included. They're all exclusive. E-bikes, airport transfers are included. You don't have to buy the air through us. So, I mean, I can go on and on and on. Your laundry services are included. I think it's a big thing, even for me, how much you can take, right? And if you have your laundry service included, in the middle of your, you know, journey, you can just give it to your butler. They will take care of it. When you come back from your excursion, everything will be clean and ready to be, you know, worn again. So the only 2 things that are not included, and I kind of say it this way, anything that involves a person's service, like a massage or a hairdresser, that will be, you know, for an additional cost, but it's really very minimal. Just for the services actually, and that's it.
You guys, like I said, it's one of the awesome brands, and
Oh, thank you.
I have no problems having, saying, yes, Scenic is a brand you really want to use, because they really, really do a great job of it. You really do.
Well, we do prioritize, our clients' safety, health, their experiences. Um, and again, Glenn and Karen, they're the owners. We're family owned. They're still hands on. I see myself that when Eclipse was launching, they were there almost every day, and they've been making sure that everything will be spectacular, so our guests will have the spectacular experience. I mean, if anything happens, you can reach out to them directly. I think it gives you a very, confidence about the company that I work for, because I am promoting it, right? So I'm kind of like there to promote. And for me, working for such a wonderful company that I know they're very hands-on and still very involved for the last 34 years now, every day with the business. I think it's a signature for me.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Okay, so what's a destination on any of your cruises or any of your travels besides Africa where it was a wow factor? What's one of your favorite destinations to go to?
In general or in my products?
Just in
it
general.
doesn't matter. Well, then I have to tell you this. We have I always loved Asia. Okay, Southeast Asia. I always loved it. I've been into Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Bangkok, anywhere. But Vietnam, Cambodia, those places I've never seen. And the opportunity came last year, and I was the first one to go for the product training on the Harmony, Emerald Harmony. It's our, newest ship, I would say, on the Emerald brand. And she was custom built for the destination. And I wanted to say, all our brands, all our ships, we own, operate them, and we make them like custom built to the destination. So Harmony is one of them that she's I would say, one of the only ones who could cruise into the Ho Chi Minh City, heart of the Ho Chi Minh City, and we just dock there and you can just get out and get in. So I experienced that. And every day I was saying, oh, I have to come back with Bobby. Oh, I have to come back with Bobby. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Because again, I was really trying to learn the product. It's not a vacation. I want to go back. It's beautiful destination. And again, I wasn't for sure, what do you mean by saying that, going into the heart of the city, kind of, what? So what happens is our ship designed the rails on the top. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. It becomes my English.
That's okay. That's part of the fun. It's awesome.
So I will use my fingers now. So you can.
So don't worry about it.
So the rails kind of like collapse so that we can go under the bridge.
Ah, yes. Many riverboats do that, don't they? They sort of have this. I've seen a couple of the captain's crow's nest or whatever, and they collapse down when they go under certain bridges. But yes, sorry.
Yes, but if you think about European rivers, I mean, it's totally different. Like Asian river versus European, it's really totally different.
Okay.
And on the passenger ship on the Mekong, we're the only one, I think, of its size. And again, when it collapses, it goes, under how many bridges? I think we have passed 2 or 3 of them. And then when you just come into the city, oh my God, having my senior moment. Oh my God.
She's a child.
Now I got like, so when we docked, we were just getting out of the ship, go to the city, like downtown, come back, go there again. If you want to come, we will just come back. It was just amazing. You're just exploring the city, and it's a crazy city. Oh my God, it's crazy.
See, this is where I think a lot of people forget that a river cruise is not boring, because you're going right into these cities. Okay, you're
Exactly.
there at the destination. You know,
Exactly.
and I think this whole COVID situation is making everybody look at, oh wow, maybe we should consider doing a river cruise, because
Yes.
you actually go to a lot of the city centres and you cruise by beautiful, beautiful scenery all the time, you know. So I kind of feel that this is a new generation for river cruising, actually. I really do. In my heart, I think this is how it's going to go.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And as everybody knows, another question might come from you or from, you know, your guests who are going to watch this, that, so what are we doing for the COVID? What are we doing for the safety, etc.? As I said, our priority is really for the health and the safety of our guests and the staff. So we're monitoring the protocols. Every different country has their own unique protocols that we have to meet. So there's so much of work is going behind the scene with the executive team every day. So moving forward, of course, we will have the health regulations prior. They probably fly when they come on board. The buffet, you know, dining options will not be there anymore. The excursions probably will be done like less group of people. And when we're on shore, the places that we go, it will be more hand selected and hand-picked, chosen, that, you know, as a partner. Cleaning, sanitizing on board, the public areas will be sanitized continually, etc. And we will probably have, it's like kind of like we're talking about it, that we will also have the ambassadors, like health ambassadors on our ship on board, which will be, those people will be the trained staff members that will be helping, God forbid, I mean, if anything happens, but they will be there to make sure that all the safety and health regulations are in place and the guests are, you know, are protected.
Awesome.
So you are you're currently, when your ship is full, it's 200 change guests, right? Are you going to be changing the number of guests, or are you within compliance right now based on your regular?
We are, well, we were not 100% given the numbers, but it is like it's on the table that they're talking about reducing the number. But also, if you remember, like, let's say Eclipse, 228 guests, the ship itself is really huge. I mean, huge meaning comparing with the clients, it's already space, and but still we may consider reducing the number. I know on the rivers also we're thinking of reducing the number of the guests, but again, it's still, everybody is looking into everything, how to proceed, making sure that we're taking care of our guests and the staff. So probably within the next couple of months, everything will be more outlined and definite that what we're going to be doing. Today, they're like monitoring very closely, working with CLIA, working with WHO, World Health Organization, other European health organizations. That executive team is very closely working with them every day.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. I fit, you see?
All right, sweetheart, thank you so much. We hope we haven't taken too much of your time. Bye, honey.
Thank you, and have a great weekend, and take care of yourself, Nancy. You too, Jan.
Yeah, I will. Thank you, darling.
Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.
Travel advisor for this episode is #CruiseTravelGuru. Executive producer and editing of this audio is The Aussie. Co-producer is The Yank. All opinions expressed in this audio are of AussieAndaYank and remain their opinions. Follow, like, subscribe and share. AussieAndaYank on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.